Hey, and welcome everyone. Now this is going to be interesting to see if you're actually going to be able to see me. I think that you will be able to see me as I'm doing this on my fan page, my art page, which is not a group. I have landed myself in Facebook jail yet again. I have no idea why, because I did not share excessively or do anything against Facebook policies. So I'm rather annoyed. This means that I won't be leaving you to share because I cannot share to any groups. I cannot share to, normally I share to 3 places. I share to Color Weirdie a Day, my own group. I cannot share on my own group. I cannot update the pictures albums. I cannot change the banner. I cannot do anything. I'm really lucky that Heather's going to help me with that. And so normally I share there, and I think Heather will share there. It is totally unfair. That's good. Just sleep and relax, Tina. It is totally unfair. And hi, Bev. Nice to see you. So yeah, and normally I also share to Adult Coloring Worldwide and coloring books for adults, but I cannot do that today. I do, if somebody wants to share for me, please do so, but only share to like 1 place or maximum 2 places. Not anymore. I don't want anybody to get in trouble with the Facebook policies of sharing. I mean, they want us to, interact and do things, but they want us to pay for the ads or whatever. I don't know. It's just, it's been a nightmare because, you know, you go 2 steps, you go 1 step forward and things are getting better. And then you just like plummeted like 3 steps backwards again by these weird and confusing rules that doesn't really make any sense. So yeah, I'm frustrated and a bit sad, but I will get over it. You know, I'm a happy camper, so I don't stay down. So of course I will be here and I will be doing what I always do, and then we'll just see. Maybe there will not be as many views, but I'm still here, and that's cool. So we'll get there. So I haven't really decided what I wanted to color with because I was so frustrated, and I haven't been on the computer a lot today because yeah, I was frustrated. And I was doing pearls with Victoria, and we were watching a nice movie this evening, and yeah, just having a good time. And I wanted to show you some new, yeah, it's no fun, but it will be fun anyways. I'm going to show you some drawings I did. You know, I talked about that crazy weirdie I did, and I actually printed it out so that I could just show you guys how it turned out, because I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm going to show you some of these drawings, and when I make that set, because I will be taking all the ones from December down, I will be adding this one. Can you see? This is absolutely crazy, isn't it? I mean, this is crazy. So I think I'll be putting that in the set. I have a few more. I didn't print all of them. Then I have this one that I'll be putting in the set. I have this one that I think is pretty cool too. And I have a sort of funky weirdie here that will be going in the set. And I have a sort of different kind here, and another one with the little mandalas. And then I have this one that is twisting and twirling all over the place. So these are a few of the ones that I will be putting in that set, where you also, all the December drawings will be, so that I don't have them as singular pages. So these are pretty crazy. I've been drawing also. I drew a couple of new weirdies today. So yeah, I'm working on a new set, so there will be a new set at some point. I also did this one that I think is really, this one will be a real good, you know, challenge to color. You can make like great rainbow effect on it. So I also did that. Anyway, so yeah, I've had a busy day as usual, just not too much. I had vision problems today with sometimes if I look too much at the screen, it sort of crystallizes on my eyes, so I had to stop and do something else. that was nice. It's always nice to do something else sometimes. And of course, Victoria and I had a fun day. It was a weekend, so that's what we do. And I haven't, yeah, I have not. I'm still undecided on my colors and what I was gonna do, and I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm feeling a little bit down on that stupid jail thing, because it really, you know, I work so hard, and then it just feels so annoying to get that. Hi Ross, hi Beverly, hi Bev, Julie, Heather. Awesome to see you guys. So yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm like in between. There's a sick, the normal, my Tiger Twin markers, or my Style File markers, or the chameleons. I have all 4 at hand. So I'm thinking, let you guys decide. Whoever comments first, I will use those markers. So you just comment on which markers you want to see. Chameleon, Style File, Sick Clean Brush, or the Tiger Twin markers. Oh, thank you, Heather. That's awesome. You will still be able to get the daily weirdies. The one for the 7th, I hit up on my PayHip yesterday, and I can still post to my own. So this page, the art page, I post to, and then you guys can, if you want to help me out, share my post 1 or 2 places. But I will still, like, you know, when I finish, I'll change the banner on my own art page. Heather will change the banner on the Color a Weirdie a Day group, and I will go and put the new one for the 8th, for Monday, up on PayHip, and I'll post that to my own page. I can only post on there, so it will still go on. I mean, I'm not. It's not going to stop me, because my page is not a group. My page is a fan page, an art page. So, and I'm only restricted on groups until the 13th. So that means that I can actually go on here, I think. Yeah, well, you can see me, so I'm still on. So tigers, I'm gonna take the Tiger Twin markers then. That's it. First to comment, we'll get it. Okay, now it's like Walter beat you. Let me see, Tiger. Okay, well, Tiger it is. So we're gonna go Tiger, and I'm just gonna. It was just so stressful, because yesterday the video was almost 5 hours. It was 4 hours and 52 minutes. Did you see the short version where it's 4 minutes and 52 seconds? I think it turned out really cool, and yeah, really awesome. I was really happy with that. So yeah, I'm gonna dig in with this, and this is gonna be a cool one. So we're gonna do something cool. Let's see if we're gonna make this go from like you know, yellow to orange. Let's do that. So I'm just gonna feed this in, you know, do that tip to tip. Gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the yellow that I feed into the orange. And then I'm just gonna start down here. I didn't do it for very long because it's not very large row. So I don't wanna do it too long, you know? So that it will just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, hello, Anne. Yeah, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to feed that in for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So almost like I'm in a gym with that. So yeah, it was not a, then, you know, I was finished and I had to, you know, do all the changing the banners, and then I couldn't change the banner in the color Weirdie a Day. So that was disturbing, and I kept on trying, and then all of a sudden I could see that it was because I again was restricted and in Facebook prison. So yeah, that's obviously a place where I spend a lot of time in Facebook jail. Totally uncalled for and unneeded. So yeah, I'm very annoyed with that. So now I'm going to take it from orange and down to red. So I'm going to feed the red with the orange, so that I will use the orange ink first. Awesome. Thank you, Julie. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I put this a little bit more because I know that the red is stronger. 8, 9, 10. I just want to, I want to have some effect. Not too much. But then it should start with the orange and go down into getting darker and into that red. So that was actually 9 seconds I did that. And you can see it was a very, very small effect. So I'll probably take it up a notch. Yeah, no, it was a horrible way. I mean, I was like excited and wanted to do everything, and to download that 4 hours video. Ooh, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. That was a killer to download that one. But the result of the speed video is really great. I think I'm very happy with that because nobody's gonna watch 5 hours after the fact. That's fun when you're in it and you're talking and we're chatting and all that. But afterwards, it's kind of like I really don't think a lot of people will watch the full 5-hour rerun. But we have fun while we're doing it. So yeah, my ciggy went out. I'm such a healthy camper. So I'm thinking, this effect looks good. I'm probably not going to be blending on all of it because then, it will take forever. So now we're going to take the red to pink. So I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to feed it with my red so that we start out using the red first. And I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was almost, we're getting into aerobics here. Marker aerobics. Let's see. It actually stayed pretty much red. So I'm just going to draw it down so that we can get into that pink. We want to see the pink. Wow, that stays very red. I didn't even do it that long. But, when it dries up, we'll probably see some effect. I'll just have to do it again. Oops, that was another. I want to do the chisel because that's easier. And you don't mush it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't mush it down because then you'll ruin your tip. And we don't want to ruin the tip. We just want to, let it eat a little bit of the ink from the other one. So that we can get the changing colors effect a bit. Let's see here. So I think I'm gonna go here with the pink. Yeah, I think I can even go one more step with the pink here because it's still retaining a bit. So yeah, that was it. Right now, I'm not gonna change, like I'm gonna go normal here. Let's see, that's the chisels, and now we got purples, and I'm just gonna go normal on this out because I sort of did that effect there, and I'll do those effects in here, where there's a bigger, because it's more controllable. So yeah, I think actually I'm gonna go with the pink here too. Just like here, because I think that will look pretty cool to continue that momentum up there. So yeah, I was a bit, it's annoying, this thing with the Facebook when they do that. And I don't know why this time, because I didn't do anything that is, I didn't share too much or do something crazy. So I have actually no clue why I was, they don't give you a reason. It could be somebody complaining. I don't know. Why would they complain about my live videos? They can just not look at them. If you don't like the video, you don't have to complain. You can just, ignore it. Do something else, It's your life. It's your life. It's now or never. Anyways, I'm not going to let it deter me. I'll just continue. And then I'll just have to rely on you guys maybe to help me out with the sharing bit. And then we'll just hope that everything goes fine, because if people get to my page anyways, and if they follow, it's important that you follow, I think, for the notifications. If you just liked, you might not be getting the notifications, not that the notifications are working perfectly anyways, but I think following it might help. I think there's also somewhere where you can say, I want to receive notifications in case you have them turned off or something else, or yeah, there's different aspects and possibilities. So definitely look into that. If you're not getting those notifications, that might be why. I don't know, it's just a theory. It's nothing that I know that is said in I think I'm gonna get a darker blue too. Maybe I'll mix up and put some other ones in there as well. Let me see. I'm gonna get a darker blue. Darker blue. Do I have? Oh, this is the set where I don't have a darker blue. There is no real dark blue there. That is that. But there is a light blue and a light turquoise. I think somebody scored like half of my markers here. They're gone. Somebody's been playing with them. Well, that's okay. I always let Victoria play with these. So I'm just gonna take maybe the blue from this chameleon set. See if there's a blue here I can use. You know, I can sort of maybe switch up the sets, so that way we play with a few more colors in the deck. This is a nice box also. It's nice to set out. So there's one, this is a blue violet, and there's a royal blue. I think I'm gonna go for the royal blue, and I'm just gonna hope that it's the kind of blue that I'm wanting. And of course I didn't get all the colors scanned yet. I have to do that. I have to get that done. I just, yeah. When something happens like that, you know, like you work so hard and everything is going cool and you follow all the rules, and then you again land yourself in Facebook prison, and it's just really annoying. It's just frustrating, very frustrating. I have to backtrack here. So, but anyways, you know, it's going to work out and everything's going to be fine. So I'm just going to continue. I mean, but the thing is, you know, if they land you in a Facebook prison too many times, then maybe they can take away your account in the end or something. And the thing is, I haven't done anything, you know. I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm sharing nudes or something explicit. I might have bad language at times, but that's not really, you know. I don't. They want to sell ads. They want me to buy ads, and that's not happening. It's just not happening. First of all, I get much more viral views than I get when I buy an ad. I have tried buying ads, and in the end of the day, 90% of the views were like, you know, viral from sharing, not from the ad. It doesn't generate anything for me, and it definitely does not generate buys or anything. And usually then they will cancel my ads because there's too much text on them or something like that, because they don't like ads with a lot of text. But you know, my book covers have text, and the rule is that there's certain percentage that can be covered by text. So you know, if I have a book cover on my ad, then it will remove it because it's got too much text. And that's just because it's a big text as a title. It covers more than what it's supposed to cover, but it's not really a lot of text. So yeah, you know, like there's no, it's useless. It's useless. So I want to do something here, and I want to do something there, but I have to start when we start over. But I might just start this here with the blue. I think this one is going to be a blue-eyed one. So yeah. So no, I do not want to buy Facebook ads. It does not generate anything. It is unhealthy for me and not viable. I don't sell more because of that. And I did also put up that funny Weirdie dialogue yesterday that is up on the PayHip at $1.50. Not because I don't want to give it away, just because I can't give everything away all the time, because then, you know, I'll never make any money at all, and I need those too. Everybody needs those darn little pesky money. Unfortunately, actually, I think. And I'm going to take this one, turquoise, and mix it in here. It's going to be cool. I don't know where I'm going to do some more blending. I am definitely going to do some more blending. Don't worry, I will try to get some more in there. But it sort of also has to fit, you know. And I kind of like it like this, you know. I like the effect that we're having. So yeah, I hope that you know, it doesn't really, I mean, I didn't write a complaint to Facebook this time. I will do when I, you know, when I'm in a better mood about it, you know, but I'm capable to sit down and sort of not totally blow up on it, because I feel it's unfair. But you know, you can write a complaint that you don't think that there is a reason for you to be in the Facebook jail, and I've done that all the other times, and I know from experience that nothing ever happens from it. So it's not like it's going to change anything if I write it. Nothing at all will change. Now I'm going to mix it up and add a style file marker, I think. I want to add something that is lighter turquoise. Why not? Okay, I think I'm turquoise blue or mint green light. There is. What's over here in this set? Let's see. It's a sky blue, pastel blue, peacock green. No, that's almost like that one. So I think maybe it'll be that minty one. This one I'm gonna add. You know. Yeah, I told you guys to choose a set, and now I'm just like ignoring what you chose and doing my own thing anyways. That's the way I am, you know. So I'm gonna put that here. That one's very close to that one that I just used from the cheap set. Very close. Maybe it's too close. You know, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go green because it's too close. If it's that close, then you won't see the difference anyways, then there's no reason to really have it in there in the mix. So I'm gonna go with the darker green on top of it. And I'm gonna go here as well. And anyways, you know, this will be an awesome week, and hopefully I don't think they can do anything about what I do on my art page, as that is a personal fan page thing. So I don't think they can really. Let's hope that I don't get in trouble there too, because then I'm really screwed. Then I'll have to do my live from YouTube. I can do that. But it's a bit difficult to move everybody to go see it on YouTube, because I have all my followers here. So for me, it's best to be here. And then, you know, I have this olive green. I don't want that one. I want there's a grass green here in the chameleon set, so I'm gonna take that one. So yeah, but if everything goes bad, then that's awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, I think this is a hard one too. I did it before, so it is doable, Joanne. But yeah, it's just hard. Let's see, what green is this one? Yeah, I think this is a lighter one. I'm gonna have I think I'm just gonna, you know, like this. It's just too dark. What? Does that look or resemble it? No. It's not. I wanted a lighter one. Well, let's see how it dries up. But it's also got a lot of lines, this one. Really a lot of lines. So it can be hard. So now we got more green going on it. I think I'm going to go down here with that green here. Continue out from these eyes. That's because I wanted those eyes to be more like bluish green, that I sort of said, okay, I'll do more green there. And I'll try to, we'll expand the set with putting in things from the others. Let's do something different. This is also a chameleon. This one says Spring Meadow. That's actually a nice one. That was the light one that I had thought the other one was before. That was what I thought I was getting before. So yeah, we'll just mix in the different sets. And also I know that all of these, they dry up really nice. No streaking, no weirdiness. They don't eat the paper. And there's a lot of nice qualities to all the sets. And if we can mix in a few different sets, that could be fun. Who says everything has to be the same set or the same? Maybe we can even blend a bit with these chameleons, get some of those effects where they go from light to dark, because I still didn't take out the color tops on them. So if I want to do, then I'll do the tip to tip with the other ones. I also have a blender for the style file ones, so I can blend with that. And now I'm going to go for the, then I think I'll drop this one, and I'll see if I have a perfect line here. I think I have in the style file, this one is called Yellow Green, and that's the one that I want. Yes, this is the one I want. The Yellow Green. I think it'll dry up lighter. Yeah, that is nice. In there, I'm going to be backtracking. I'm going to do that now before I get to the next round. Then I'll backtrack. And we'll get some flipping great results for sure. And oh yeah, I made a lovely pasta today, spaghetti. It was really good. I didn't feel like going out to the supermarket. So I was like, oh, I have to go with whatever I have. And I have always shallot onions. I like those shallots. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, I have those. There was bacon in the fridge. That is something that is always there because of my dad's love of bacon, that he eats it every day. I don't know how you can eat bacon and eggs every day, but he can. And he does. So yeah, so this is going down there. I'm going to take a red. I'm just going to continue that up here. And we're going to see where we're going. So anyways, I took a pack of bacon. And I cut it up with a scissor. And first I fried the shallots in a bit of butter. Then I added the little pieces of bacon. Let them fry so that they get really crispy little pieces with the onions. And after that, I went and added double cream. Yes, not cooking cream, double cream. And then I added a little bit of Philadelphia cream cheese, like a scoop, a big spoon. Like not like normal spoon, not a teaspoon, like, normal spoon scoop thing. Maybe a quarter of a Philadelphia of 250 grams, so something like that. Let it melt in really well, and a nice little handful of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Yes. And let it thicken up. And then the spaghetti, I put a little bit of the water from the spaghetti in. And then I put the spaghetti in there also, and it got really, really yummy. You know, let the spaghetti eat up the sauce, and it's very good. My dad didn't want to eat because he doesn't eat spaghetti. I mean, he likes bacon, he likes cream, and he likes cream cheese, but he does not eat spaghetti. It's like beyond him why anybody would eat spaghetti or pasta. So, yeah, he did his own thing. But that's up to him, you know. There's the offers there, and there's plenty of food. I cook so that there is for everyone. So, of course, we had a lot of leftover. And tomorrow I'm going to do it like, you know, I'm going to put some cheese and some breadcrumbs on top of it. And then I'm going to do it in the oven. And that will be awesome, I think. I think it'll be very neat. There's those two greens are too close. So I'm going to cut the one out for the next round, you know. There's no reason to have them that close. It's not going to do anything for us that we really want. I'm going to do this here. I think it's going to be neat. This has a very, very fine tip, the chameleon, so you can actually, I mean, it's very bendable and flexible, so you have to be a little bit careful, but you can get into those tight little spots, which is, of course, something that we like to be able to do. And I can just imagine your spots might be tighter if you got it printed on US letter size, whereas mine is on A3, so it's a little bit more doable, I guess, to get in there. Sky blue. Oh yeah, maybe we should get the sky blue in there. See what that has to offer. We could try it, you know, we can switch it up a bit. It doesn't have to be all set today, you know. I'm feeling rebellious. This is a nice one, actually. A very nice color. It's a neat one. So this one I'm sort of gonna go different here. But then I think maybe the other one is not needed. Then we'll switch him out. Now I'm like losing the tiger markers. So yeah, then we're gonna. I would like to have something that's between the blue and the purple, like a light corn blue. I would really love something to go in between that purple and the. Let me see. There's a lavender. Pale blue violet. Doesn't that sound like it might be able to go in between there? Pale blue violet. Let's see what happens with that one. That's from the Style File markers. So we're going marker crazy. I remember once I was doing, I think it was Shinhan Touch that I was using on a big poster, big piece that I drew, and I colored with them. And they were really happy. They shared it on their page, and they were like, "Oh, this is wonderful!" And then I did another one where I used Shinhan Touch, but I also used Letraset Pro, and I think I used one more kind of marker because I didn't have the full color range that I wanted. And they were like asking me, "Can you just only use Shinhan Touch?" And I'm like, "No, I don't have the full set. So, you know, when I color and I need other colors, I will use something else." Very weird to ask about that. I mean, it's my coloring, it's my work. I decide what I use. I mean, it's not like they're sponsoring me. Besides, I would probably not say yes to a sponsoring ship, unless maybe it was Copics. I might say yes there because I would get so many colors. I do have, you know, they have a lot of colors. But, you know, still, you know, I think I would be bored if I had to use, if I absolutely had to use the same materials every time. I don't think that would be fun. I don't think it would be fun to watch either. I think it's more fun to you know, explore different materials and different techniques, and yeah. So anyway, so I think if anybody ever offers me a sponsorship, they will have to be prepared for the fact that I will also use other brands, and I will also mix it up sometimes. You know, I won't just be using theirs just because they think they're cool. Doesn't mean that they are. Does it now? Nope, it does not. So yeah, any sponsors out there watching, thinking, oh, she could market our pencils or markers or whatever. Just beware that I am brutally honest, and I'm kind of a bitch. So it's not necessarily that I won't just do one. I want to be able to play with all the different cards in the deck. And if your materials suck, I will tell people that it sucks. So yeah, you have to, which I think is the best way to get a good ambassador for your product, is that you get somebody who's actually honest about it. Then maybe you can also fix what's wrong with your product, if there's something wrong with it. So I'm just gonna backtrack here so that I finish this section, because then it's out of the way. No, I'm not trying to hurry up today, but I know that this is a big one and it's gonna take eons and eons of time. So for us to be able to dig into it and get some sections finished so that we can have fun with the rest is probably a good thing, not a bad thing. So yeah, I will definitely be. So yeah, that was just a little thought of mine. This is lovely. This one, I really like this color. I am always trying to, like, when I do my different swatches in the color companion, I try to sort of take out the ones that I think are my favorite colors, because it could be fun if I make a real full set where it's like my favorites from all the different things. That could be fun to try to do coloring with. Hi Danny, awesome to see you. Nice to see you. I saw your color today. It was lovely. I can't put it on the album in the color Weirdie a Day group. I can't put anything in the album or update anything. You can all actually put your own pictures in. You go to photos and then you click on the colored album, and then you go into add picture, and then there will come a drop down. It will ask you for a file from your computer or from your page, I think. It will, or, either way. And then you can add the picture in the album and write Weirdie, the date of the Weirdie, not the date that you colored it, the date that it was for. But that's always, if you downloaded it, it always says so. And of course, very important that you add your name too, so that everybody can see that it's yours. You can, of course, also, put your name on the colored one, or put pencils over it if you're afraid that somebody's going to grab it or something like that. But it's just so nice for us to be able to see. 1 second, I have to answer this one. Hey. Hello. Okay, it went out. So yeah, I answered it. It will call back in a second probably. So yeah, so if you add it, just be sure to put your name on it, and if you don't want somebody to grab it, you can put something over it or something like that. I will, I really want us to get as many of the colored as possible, because in the end of each month, I'll be making a video with all the awesome colors, so we can see, a video look through of that month, how much got colored and how pretty they are and all that. Of course, it's not like a requisite that you have to do it. There's nothing that you have to do. It's never like that with me. You can do it if you want, and if you don't feel like it, it's okay too. I mean, so I'm going here, and I think that I will be going here with this yellow. But this one will be a backtracker too. I can feel that coming on with that one. Yeah. So that would be for later. And then we're moving on with this. So yeah, it's got a happy feeling. So far, I think, you know, it's harmonious and it's doing its thing. And this one is a bit in the way for me. I like to be able to move the drawing around without anything sort of messing it up for me. So I have to sort of do that. And then I'm going to continue up here, because it's sort of a natural place to continue. I'm going to continue down here and here. Yeah, it turned out really lovely, the Weirdie Dala I did yesterday. It was so pretty. The colors are just so awesome. So I'm really happy with that. And also the other one, it was so out of the box of what I normally do. Oh, I should have started here, because this is going to be like the longest. So I'm just going to do that so that we get this one started at least, because that's going to be a long process to get through all of these. And well, now that I was doing that, I should be here starting something here. Yeah, and starting something here, definitely. So now we got this going for us. This is pretty good. And I want to be starting something here. So yeah, we got some selections going. I actually, in the start, I had a feeling like I wanted to do the yellow here, but now I did it up there, so I'll be backtracking there, and then we'll get it from there. So yeah, that's kind of, you know, I'm like talking and babbling, and things are going on, and yeah. So it's nice to get started, and now I'm not even thinking about stupid Facebook jail anymore. I'm happy that I'm at least able to still do the live video, so that I'm not totally cut off. I mean, it would be awful if I couldn't do the live video when I'm doing color a Weirdie a day for a year. I mean, that would just be like, it would be total utter destruction of what I was working on. But of course, yeah, I could do that live feed on YouTube, or I could do it on Vimeo. I have a few other channels, but I usually use YouTube, just because it's the easiest one for me to use, and I have all the permissions and everything. Also to post longer videos, because it takes like special, you have to have at least that many views and followers and stuff like that to post the longer videos. And I have that on my YouTube. I don't have a lot of followers, so you're welcome to go and follow me on there. I only have like, I don't know if it's 600 or something like that. Forgot about that part, didn't I? I totally neglected that side. So yeah, you're welcome to follow my YouTube channel. All the books are up there, all mine, all the Global Doodle Gems ones. There's coloring, there's drawing, there's you know, tutorials on coloring, or no, not on coloring, tutorials on drawing, super big mandalas, base patterns and stuff like that. There's also some food kicked in. Not a lot, but you know, from the competition, I sometimes made some slideshow videos that I uploaded so that I could embed them on the blog. There's some reviews of other people's books, of materials. There's a lot of stuff on my my channel, so it's a very nice channel. It could probably be better organized, but there's a lot of different playlists. So if you look at the playlist, you can probably find what you're looking for. If you're looking for something specific. So yeah. Yeah, I have that. That is I've used YouTube a lot for my videos. And now I've put a lot of my videos, newer videos, I've put on Facebook as well. But I worked a lot on getting them up on YouTube as well, which was a nightmare to begin with. But I worked it out in the end, so it's working now. It's still a nightmare because downloading these long live videos is horrendous. They cut off, even though like yesterday I put the cable in the computer, the one that I'm having here on the laptop. I use the laptop for the live videos because it's set up differently in a different space where I can sit and work actually also. And I can't really use him for anything else because he got very sick of me because I used him too much. So he almost burned out totally after only having had him for like 2 years or something. So it was really early, and of course I didn't get the long warranty. And it was brand new, so that was not really good. And the awesome thing was that we made a great collection with the artists of Global Doodle Gems and managed to get me a new computer that could manage all the workload that I was doing. So that was really, really great. And the Who's Who book helped with that too. So that was awesome. And my new computer is absolutely fucking amazing. Oh, I just said that word again. Maybe that's why I got jailed, because I say fuck sometimes. Or shit. I don't know. Or effing. So yeah, here it is. Here it is. It's developing. I think I would like some more pink. Some more pink. We should have some more pink. Now that we have so much green, we're actually lacking on pink and one more are we lacking? It's like I would like to have some deep deep one. I don't want to have like a too, you know, I don't want to have a baby pink or something like that. I want to have like strong, heavy colors. This is nice here. So this is actually kind of smooth. Another nice way, if you want to shade a bit or make an effect on what you just colored, is to just take a light gray, very light gray, and just do a stripe over it. It creates a nice effect. I was gonna do that with a drawing. I was gonna use some different colors and show how you can also just play off on using a light gray to do some effects on the color that you're working with. So yeah, that is pretty. And so here we're gonna go out there, splashing it around. And then we're gonna go here. This is a nightmare band that I made around it. I don't know why I did that, but it does fit nicely. So that was probably my reasoning for doing that nightmare band. Yeah, I think it's looking neat so far. So far it's looking like, you know, like it's connected. So I think also maybe it's good that I'm not going totally crazy on like heavy lots of colors and it's getting to become pretty awesome. I think it will be a nice result. It will stretch out well. But I could use like a good magenta thing, like that dark mulberry. Which one was it that I really loved? That was the one from the Letra set Pro Markers, I think. That was a really awesome color. Maybe I should get that one. The mulberry, just to set off between the purple and this pink. I think that could be pretty cool. I have that box right next to me here on the floor. Everything is a mess, getting full of colors, and let's see if we can find that mulberry thing. Lucky. First one I grabbed out of the box of so many. It was that perfect one. Maybe we should grab another purple. Should we do that? Yeah, I'll take this one, I think. It was the amethyst. Let me put the amethyst there. Yeah, then we have a few more added here. I do think that I need some more red. So we're going to look for that maybe in the next round of red. Now we're adding this mulberry color. Who says we can't expand and mix and match any way we want it, anyhow we feel? So yeah, I've made little pearl thingies. Oh my god, I forget how little those pearls are, and you know it would be really. You always think when you're sitting with them, oh my god, why don't I have a tweezer for that? But the worst thing is that, you know, I used to have them all, you know, divided into colors perfectly. But that kind of ended when Victoria started seriously playing with them when she was a little bit smaller, when her friends were over, and there were little hammer beads all over the floor every time she had a little friend over. So they ended up getting mixed up in just big containers. And that's a nightmare now when you want to find the colors, because there's so many different ones, and there's also different brands. So they have different sizes, and oh my god, it's a nightmare. Because she has a lot of those beads. And they're so fun to play with. I love playing with them. But I think I'm gonna square off maybe here. Do something neat. Oh, maybe I'll wait. I think I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll be patient. That's something that I'm very good at being. So that's good. So there we go. And did I do it over there? I didn't. These are nice next to each other. Yeah, I did, actually. Well, that will be covered by the dark purple, so it won't matter. Then here, I'm going to switch that one from here. Take it there. It's going to work fine, I think. I think it's looking great so far, and I think we're going to get a lovely result with the really nice colors. So I think I want to take this one up here, just because I can, and because I really love this color. So this is probably gonna be the next one that is gonna exit my collection of Letraset Pro markers because I used it up. But it is very, very pretty. Very pretty. I'll have to remember. I'll have to write them down so that I can sort of remember which ones that I exited and which ones I really loved. So those are the ones that I could get again at some point. You know, always look for these Letraset Pro markers, because there is about this. There's gonna be people or shops that still have them with the old name, and they might be selling them out cheaper because they have to get the new brand name in. So that is a possibility to look for them like that. I do believe that that could be good. So yeah, already an hour. It's like way. So now we know that the 4 hours is a limit. So I don't really like it to be cut off in the middle. It is no fun. Like yesterday, you know, like when all of a sudden it just turns off. That was no not good at all. It sort of breaks up the whole video, and so I want to keep it under 4 hours. But also yesterday we did color an extra, so that took some extra time. Today I did spend some time before I started coloring, rambling about how cruel my life is with the Facebook jail. So, you know, I have to take that into consideration of the length. And this one is going to be continued up here because that makes sense. I always try to do what makes sense in the motion. It's not always that I can see what makes sense, but you know, sometimes just when you get there, it sort of, yeah, makes a good meaning, you know, that you continue a flow or something like that. So yeah. So have you all gotten your Weirdie for tomorrow? Sunday Weirdie is also a favorite of mine. I really love that one too. Well, yeah, I love each and every one of them, but that one is pretty awesome, and it's a weird one, and it's fun. So I think that one will be fun too, and that one I think also could be fun with the limiting the color palette a lot. Or maybe go out of the box and do a whole different coloring thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. How I feel and how fresh I feel and how experimental I feel. So yeah, it's shaping up nicely. I think it's because there's actually 2 sets of eyes somehow there. And I made 2 lovely new Weirdies today. That's gonna join the Weirdie family. Two lovely new ones. One with the crazy hair, and the other one is this sort of a cute chubby one. It is sort of funky in a way. So, but it could be crazy hair on the one, but it could also be totally different when you turn it around. But they're pretty neat. So there's definitely new Weirdies are being born when I'm drawing at the moment, because now that I'm coloring the old ones here, then I'm getting inspired to create new ones. So that is very good. I do love drawing them. It's sort of they take on a life of their own while I'm drawing, and sort of develop just in front of me. It's sort of like, yeah, I like that. I like the process. Process makes it a very, you know, happy feeling. And I'm always sitting there thinking, oh, this is nice. And saying to each other, what do you think? And she's like, oh, it's nice. This is cute. Yeah, so we have fun with that. Also, yeah, I love those too. They're just awesome colors. Maybe it could be nice to do one just in those. Like go totally pink on one or totally purple, you know, like just between those hues, and just take all of them from the different collections and then get them sort of ordered in a way. Now we're gonna have to see this one. That was the amethyst one. I think we used that one yesterday too. Well, that's like a very grayish purple. Let's see how it dries up, because usually these ones, they go down a bit darker and then they dry up to be very, very clean and good looking. I think it's good that we just got a couple more in, because there are so many greens, so that the greens don't become too dominating in this picture. I don't want them to be like too much. I want there to be sort of a a balance between amount of different colors. Maybe, you know, I will have to, like, when I've colored all 366 Weirdies of 1 year, I have to see if I can get like an exposition in the longest place. It has to be like a really, really long or a lot of holes. Get an expo where all of them can be framed and shown off, all the originals. It could be pretty cool. 366 a whole year. But you know, I'm sure that there's some places I could ask and they would say yes, that they would love to do that expo, but they would want me to have them framed for the expo. And the cost of framing them all would exceed my means. It just wouldn't be very viable that I would be able to do it. Sadly, because, you know, I'm sure that a lot of places would say, whoa, that's a great idea, we really want to do it. You know, if I ask nicely and I present it in a nice way, and to do it like a whole year expo, because it's a whole year there. But the investment, even if I buy the cheapest frames possible, it just won't be possible for me to do that, because it's, yeah, it could be really nice. It could be pretty cool art project. And I don't have any connections, so I don't really know anyone that could sort of like pull some strings or something like that, because of course there could be some that you could get help for it or something like that, maybe, I don't know. But it would be like an awesome thing to do an expo with all the colors. And you know, that might even also sell some books. People could come in and see all of them and experience them as an entire collection. Maybe even they could even, I'm not really fond of selling my originals. After I lost so many, before I never had a problem with selling originals. My paintings, and you know, I was okay with selling them. But now that I lost so much of my original work, then I'm a little bit more like, nah, I don't want to sell the original, and no, it took me that long, I don't want to, you know. It has to be a really good price if I'm going to sell an original. I prefer to do prints. And if I sell an original, I will still have retained the right to do prints. That's just the way I played. And then I think I want to find, this one was sort of pale blue violet. I'm going to look at what this pale blue violet is. And then I'm going to see if there's a blue I can put between that royal blue, those are sky blue, and that one. There can sort of be a buffer in between those two. I think that would be neat. Yeah, this is a lovely color. I like this one. Starfire, also really nice ones. And also very clean colors. I mean, now we are having the tigers, letter set, and we're having the chameleons and these style files in between, mixing them up a bit. It'd be fun if we can see any distinction, but I don't think we will be, because I know that they all dry up really beautifully and none of them are streaky. That's one of the terms. If I pick up a marker and it's streaky, then it's in the kitty collection. It goes straight out. I just can't do that. Also because, yeah, I do make scans for prints and stuff, so I need the coverage to be perfect, and you know, I also like to have them in good quality so that they might last longer, be more light fast now that I put them in folders so they don't get exposed to the light. But if I was to make an expo or sell some, then it's important that they can withstand some time, that they don't just fade away in a year's time. That would be embarrassing and very unprofessional. So of course there is a requirement of getting a glass in the frame that will also help conserve the quality of the colors when light comes in and hits it. So that's the thing that you also have to consider when you frame a piece, you know, to get some glass that will reflect the light away. I don't know what it's called, but you can get some special glass that will help protect the artwork inside of it from the light. So it's looking really good. I'm liking the look of it. And it's nice that we got worked in a bit more. And then in the next round, I'm going to work in maybe one more yellow, one more orange, and one more red. And then I think we got a full set to play on. And I think it will fit our needs, because there is a lot here. And it will also save on the individual markers, so I don't run out so fast. We are on day 6, and I'm so scared that I'm gonna run out of markers soon. It's typical me. Totally silly me. But the fear is real. The fear is real because, yeah, it's a lot of drawings that we will be coloring. So I'll definitely have to get some more of the tiger ones. But I also have a lot of colored pencils, and I do intend to now. I already printed all of these on regular copy paper, so I'm not going to be doing watercolors on any of those. But if I can, I'll try to get a blue pad in A3 that I can print some of the February ones on, and we can go water on it. I would really love to do that. I have some colorless, like woodless quinoa ones that are for water, and I have some other quinoa ones that are for water as well. And I have the Inktense, and I think I have one more set that is for water too, and I have the brushes to use for it. So I think that could be really fun. And I also have some in beautiful little pack. I think that is a Winsor Newton one that I got in a present from Holland, which is really awesome. So now I wanted to find a light blue. Doesn't look like I got a light blue in here. Let me see what I have in here. Pastel blue. There's a style file pastel blue. We'll run with that one. I think that will fit in with what I want. Yeah, non-glare glass. Thank you, Bev. Yeah, I want to add lime green. That's a good thing. But this one is almost, this yellow green is almost lime. So, and I do have another lime green that I love from the Tiger set. But that one doesn't scan well because it's so almost neon green. This is pretty close to the sky blue, isn't it? No, it's not that. Yeah, it is. Let's see, it will dry up lighter. So maybe we need to have it in here. Now he is gonna get eyes in here, because I thought that was just what it needed. So yeah. So this one is going to continue there because it's sort of the continuation of that one, I think. But in my mind right now it is. So it will sort of hold it together and divide the two others. So I think that's going to work well for it here. But they are very close, those two, so maybe we'll take that sky blue out. They're almost too close for comfort. Yeah, I think that one is leaving the pack. It left the building. Elvis left the building. Because what I wanted was a more, it says pastel blue, but I see this more as a turquoise blue. It's very similar to that sky blue. Really lovely. These have a good sound to them. They have like, because they're very compact. They're very hard, the tips. So they have more sound, whereas some of the brushy tips are way softer. So they don't have a lot of sound when you are using them. Which is also fun with the different markers having different sounds. Yeah. Sound effect on the marker. Who would have thought of that? I think once we've gone full circle and we're back on that yellow, I'm going to backtrack in here so we get that filled out. Because I think we need it. We need it. We need it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I'm actually going to take this one into the mix again. So, yeah, because that's different enough. Yeah, it's different enough. So, yeah, I'm switching them around a bit, which is also a new thing where I usually keep it at a certain level. So this is what we do on Saturday night. This is how we do it. Bum, 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 bum. It's actually pretty nice. Because normally I would just be sitting drawing or working on the computer all alone. And now I'm actually not sitting all alone. So that is nice. I have company. I have you guys. We're a party of 9. The party of 10 now. So we're a few people here. And that's nice. So we're having a little get together. Is any of you guys coloring with me, or did you already color, or are you planning to do it later, or are you just hanging out? I do have to say that I love, and I'm seeing your colors, and I will be commenting on the ones on my page probably, if I can. Well, I think I can do that, but I cannot comment on any of the ones that are on the groups. I'm sorry about that, guys. I can't go in and comment since I'm restricted from groups, which is very mean. Oh, cool. So that's great. What are you coloring? I'm curious. It's nice, you know, it's a nice with the coloring with company. And yeah, it doesn't have to be this one or even something of mine. You can color whatever you want and just hang out and have a good time. That's what is the meaning of this, you know, to just sort of have a great time with it. And maybe eventually you will color mine also. I saw you colored the ones before. They're pretty, very awesome. So it's just a get together. And it's also perfectly okay to just hang out. I mean, the other day, one of my friends, he was hanging out and he wasn't coloring and he thought it was fun anyway. So it's definitely not mandatory to color in order to hang out and have fun and be a part of a Weirdie day. So this is lovely. I did it already there, so I need to do it here. We're doing it here and there and everywhere. Doing it all around. With that sound. So, yeah, pretty cool. It's looking really good so far, I think. I think it's shaping up and developing before our eyes. before our very eyes. And yeah, this one is a bit a scary one because it has so many lines. So you're thinking like, ooh. But you can see now, you know, it's sort of coming together and coming to life as well. And that's the fun part, you know, watching them come to life and sort of get their own little moves and shakes on. And I think I totally forgot about mixing and blending and all that, but maybe we'll try in here to get something in. Maybe I won't. It depends how I feel, you know, like if I feel that it fits, then I'll do it. If I don't think, I'm not gonna do it just to do some effect. I am a flat colorist, not a, I can do lots of tricks, I can show you lots of things, and I can do some tutorials with how to use different colors or mix them and match them, but I only do effects if I feel that it sort of fits with the picture. If I don't feel it, then I definitely am not gonna do it just to do it, you know. I mean, then it doesn't feel right, you know. It has to feel right. Whatever you do, it has to feel good and feel like there's a purpose for it. And it's not always that there is a purpose for it, for doing special effects. I actually kind of like flat coloring. But you know, I could go in on each one and just do one little line of gray, which would make a totally different effect, and then all of a sudden everything would have an effect. That'll probably take me a long time. Yeah. And I don't know how much fun it would be to watch me do one line of gray just to make a flippin' effect. Maybe we can do it on one just to, I don't know. Then it wouldn't, you know, either you have to go for it full throttle or, and then it would be on a different one with less lines, I think. So that you can see the effect more and you don't have to be repeating it constantly. So yeah, that we will save for another day. It's looking good. I'm enjoying it. We go here. This is gonna be good. Yeah. And this is gonna pop out, bloom out, bloom in, bloom out. And that was, yeah. How many of you did watch the, oops, I missed a lot of comments. Okay. Oh, crocheting, I like that. Yeah, mandalas are awesome. Thank you, Ross. And I'm making some new mandalas. And I mean, once I get done with this, with the frames and the filled frames, they are kind of, the filled frames are sort of their mandalas, in every sense of the word. And I think they will be awesome. There's 100, I think 100, 101. I think there's, I don't know why I had to do 101, but I think there is, in the spheres there's 100 because it fit with that. I felt it fit. But with the frames, it has to be like 101 in my mind. Yeah, I do get weird ideas, but that's why I probably also draw weirdies and stuff like that. But those are pretty awesome. I do like the idea of having filled out those frames. So that those who just like frames can get the frame book. And if not, you know, you like mandalas, you can get the fill frames. And if you like both, you can get both of them. But it is fun to have them filled out. And I thought it was just like, you know, I already did that frame around. And I was thinking, why not just fill them out? And they can sort of, first of all, serve two purposes, but it will also be fun to have them in both versions. So yeah, I did that. I couldn't help myself. So, and I'll probably, most likely, I'll do more frames because I really love to sit and play around with it. So there's some things that I enjoy a lot, and then I tend to do it sometimes when I'm in that mood, and that's how I work. I don't necessarily force myself on anything, or say I have to do this now or that. I do have to like sort of try to keep some deadlines, especially like with the Valentine's. I have to get that out there, but that's already set to go on the 15th of January here. I think it will go there. There's actually four books. One with the Heart Dallas, Lovely Dallas is going to be called, and that is thanks to Johanna Ans. She made up the names because, you know, I showed her when I had made the three different kind of heart things that I got represented in this Valentine's or Heart series. I would rather call it Heart series than Valentine's. It's coming out for Valentine's because it's hearts, but it is more like a big heart collection. So there's the abstract ones that are sort of mandala type, but you know, more irregular shapes than a regular mandala. I have to answer it. 1 second. Huh? Hello? Hey, I'm doing a live video now, so right now you're on YouTube, sweetie. I will. It will probably be an hour or so, minimum. Okay, I'll call you. Bye. So, yeah, that was it. I answered my phone for once. Sorry about that. Sometimes you gotta answer. So, yeah, I was doing those. And I did, the one book has 50 full-size patterns, full-page patterns with hearts. Then there's the Lovely Dallas, where it's all mandala, heart mandalas. And then there is the abstract mandala type things that is called Abstract Love, I think, something like that. I don't remember right now. And then the fourth book will have all three books inside of it. So that means if you think you're going to like all three, you definitely go for the fourth book because you'll get all 150 drawings in that one. And that one will be at $14.99 because that's the cheapest I can put it, so that I get at least, like, you know, a little bit out of it. I don't get a lot per book when I'm selling on Amazon, but the other books will be $9.99 each. So you can do very fast calculation and see that if you buy the big one, you get 3 books for $14.99, and the others are $9.99. So you get, like, you're paying for 1.5 book by buying the big one. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. And then, yeah, then you'll get a fat big book with 150 heart drawings. So that's if you're just crazy for hearts. Then you definitely want to go for that option. But if you, for instance, really just only want the mandala ones, or only want the more like abstract mandala types, then you go for getting one. And it will be on the hip as well. So you'll be able to also get it and print it on whatever paper you like, and print it bigger if you like. It's too dark to color there. I'm sitting in like spotlights. I've got the big light 6 bulbs in the ceiling, and then I got 4 spotlights down on the paper where I'm coloring. So in the summer it will become very hot for me. But in order for you to see well, there was somebody who said it was dark on my video, and I didn't get it because it's not really dark here. But yeah, there's a lot of lights going on here. In order to, I'm trying to do the best setup possible. And I don't know if you saw that there was this sort of holder thingy that they've been advertising on Facebook, where you can sort of, it's got like 75 centimeters reach, and you can put your iPad or your telephone on it and put it in all weird positions and fasten it. I ordered one of those because I'm hoping it can replace the tripod, because I should definitely take a picture and put up the picture of my setup, because you're gonna be like, whoa, because I'm sitting with this tripod, huge tripod that's for outdoor photographing. So it's sort of like a tent on my table, and then I've got my camera attached on one of the legs of this one with another tripod thingy, as sort of a bendable one that I found in the secondhand shop, and it's just not like really doing the trick. This setup is not working very well. Also because one of the legs of the tripod is one that I borrowed from my dad, that he had from his when he wanted to be a photographer. So he had, of course, had to get the best tripod or whatever, but it's broken, it's very old. So I borrowed it from him, as I thought it could be helpful in the setup of the coloring station where I shoot the videos. But it's really more of a struggle, because I can't really adjust the camera to where it is, and I have to sort of unwind it and put it in. But it's better than it was before. Before I had the camera strapped on with elastic bands to a little lamp that I would then just adjust. So there was definitely my setup has improved, and I'm hoping with that funny adjustable thing that it will improve a lot more, so that I don't sit in a tent of tripod legs. Also the other day fell on the floor at the end of the video, because it just sort of, I touched it and then boom, 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 and I got a little bit of a shock. But everything was fine. And I also improved my camera, because before I was shooting with an old webcam, and now I got like a copy of, it's sort of like a wannabe GoPro, but at a 10th of the price of the GoPro. So that's a good thing. And it works really nicely and finely, I think, for my purpose. I mean, I wish that, I would meet somebody who was really good with cameras and videos and all that, because just to help me with the setup, so that I could get the setup working and maybe get the software working, because I know, but I just don't have the energy for the tutorials and the learning, because it just takes eons of time that I don't have, because you can get a software that will make it possible for me to do a lot of extra with the videos, and also make it possible for me to broadcast live to both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And that would be a huge relief, not to have to download the Facebook video where it just cuts off, and it takes hours and hours. I mean, the one from yesterday, it was like 3 hours to download it, but then it cut off like 3-4 times. So I had to restart it and then download the next one, and then I have to sort of upload it to YouTube, and then I have to download it again to make the speed version, and then upload the speed version, and then download the speed version from YouTube to upload it to Facebook. So it's sort of like, I would kill more bananas if I sort of got a more pro video thing going. And I have been trying to watch some tutorials, but some of them are just so geeky, you know. The people explaining, they're like, you know, saying that the video is going to show you how to do it perfectly, and it only lasts 7 minutes, the video, and you're thinking, oh, cool, I'm going to learn all this. And then they already have sort of, they haven't thought about the fact that you're maybe on a total beginner level and not know all the expressions and everything. And then you're just like, after 30 seconds, you know that you're already lost on understanding what they're actually talking about in that video. And you know that it's going to go nowhere because you already lost it. So I need some, you know, like a guide for dummies. But then when I see the guide for dummies, that video maybe takes 2 hours, and I know that I have the patience of next to non-existent, which means that I'll get really annoyed really quickly. Or it's some really guru tech from Pakistan who speaks really strangely English. And then instead of focusing on what he's actually trying to teach me, I'll be focusing on his English or something like that. And then I'll be like being heaps of laughter, and then I have learned nothing because I'm just sitting there laughing and actually enjoying it a lot. So yeah, it comes with challenges, understanding everything. But I do have a lynda.com still. I think I still have access from when I was studying multimedia design. I have to check that because they do have very, very good learning videos. But it's just, do I have the time to take a course on lynda.com that will take like 50 or 100 hours to get really set into the pro workings of making good videos? Do I have that kind of time right now? And the answer is very simple. No, I don't have the time right now. I really just don't. And I have to sort of prioritize my time a lot, especially after I started doing the live coloring, because it does consume a lot of time. And all this with the videos is consuming a huge amounts of time. And also, you know, like updating the albums and all of that is oh, that sounds good, Julie. Oh, that sounds good, Heather. Awesome. Yeah, so there's like pros and cons, because of course I would probably have more people who would like my videos if they were better. But right now I just don't have the time. I mean, the perfect thing was if I found somebody who already knows how to make them well, who could come and give me a crash course and just, you know, show me the workings of it. Because if I see it, if, you know, somebody helps me with the setup and shows me how to do it physically on the computer and everything, then I'll have it in no time, because I'm I'm not stupid. I'm quite intelligent. I'm not an idiot, for sure, if I have to say it myself, you know. So, you know, I know that I would get it, but I just have to find that perfect expert. And I could have done that if I was still in multimedia design, because we had a lot of geeky dudes. I'm backtracking right now in here. We had a lot of geeky dudes who could just do any tech thing. But you know, that some years ago I stopped in the school, and since everybody in the school was a different age group than me, then it's not like that we kept hanging out. So I don't really see any of them. So it would be kind of weird if I all of a sudden contacted them and asked them, hey, can you come to my house and show me how to set up my video? That would be really weird, probably. I mean, these young guys of like 23, 25, they would probably think it's weird that this old woman is calling me, asking me to come by. You know, that'd be awkward maybe. I could probably do it. A lot of them were really sweet and nice people. But I don't feel comfortable doing that. So you'll just have to deal with me learning in my own time. I will improve constantly. I always improve, so it's not like it's gonna totally stop. I will get better. So why am I not continuing down here? It's because I want to make sure that I continue with the correct colors. So I'll be flipping it out when I get down there, because I just want to make perfectly sure that I don't make any mistake. Which eventually I will do. I know. But I'm just gonna try to cover myself from it. This is actually pretty cool. I think it would be pretty cool. See, it's working out just fine. So backtracking, and then we'll flip it forwards after. So now I could actually, but I'll do it like this because it's the safest way, and why not? Oops, that was the wrong side. That was a chisel. So yeah, this is cool. Cool beans, and we're into the purpley. This is neat. Now I can do it. So in here we'll actually have that purple. The darker one, the amethyst one. It's not really the one that I wanted in there, but it's the one that's going to be there because it's the one that fits in there. Yeah, there's my chance for a young boyfriend. I don't know. I like my old. But, you know, I might switch it up. Might take back my old lover. Then just stop the new one. If you don't get the attention you need, they don't deserve you anyway. So maybe just go back with what you know that works. That could be an idea. He at least got a feeling of losing me, so I don't know. Maybe just dump them both. Find something totally different. I don't know. But sometimes I just get sick of it because I didn't really date for 7 years, so. And I thought I was ready, and I was, but yeah, I need I don't know. Doesn't matter anyways. You know, I'm weird in my own way, and I'm probably not the easiest person to date anyway, so I never have time. I might not seem that interested either. So we'll see what happens. I'll take it slowly, you know. If something happens, something happens. If not, then I'm fine too. Because the guy that I really like, really digged, he died. So yeah, that was sad. But shit happens. He got shot. So it's very final. 6 times in the chest. So no going back there. So yeah, so that's why it took me a very long time. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I still am not ready. Anyway, so maybe you never know. Da-na-na-na-na-na. So here we go. This is actually going to be a nice switch up here, I think. Playing it out here. And I think I'm actually going to do this up there as well. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, I think. So that means that I'm going on the yellow here. And then it's going to be orangey. I still need to go back to that yellow green. So I'm just going to do this here. This is actually becoming very pretty, I think. It's nice just to get those two in there so that there comes some brightness in there. And I'm gonna do this one because that's the one that comes after that one. I'll be doing that here. And here. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Framing it a bit, framing them eyes. And then the yellowy ones, which I would call the lime. I would call it a lime, not a yellow, green, but I guess before they invented the lime color, it was a yellow-green. Yeah, before it got the name of lime. That could be an explanation. And then that will go all the way into the red. So I think that's going to be good. Going to create a little bit of drama in here, which works for us. Sometimes we need a bit of drama to kickstart everything. So yeah, I'm working on that, the drama part. And my hair keeps hitting the tripod. I got my hair up on the head in a bun so that it's not like all over the place and making me sweat because I have an awful long hair. Yes, that looks good. We are on the road again with this. The show is on the road. And my God, time is just flying. I think after, I used to make the videos were like an hour, 45 minutes or something. And I'm thinking that they're like getting longer and longer. But of course, this one is also, it's a big drawing. So yeah, I guess it's a big drawing, so it takes longer. I'm sure that some weirdies will take a lot shorter and some will be longer. So it's just, you know, go with the flow of the weirdie of the day, and then, you know, hope that there's enough time. Otherwise, I have to split it up, you know, because it can't go over 4 hours, then it stops. So then it would be better to stop it before and start a new one. But I think, you know, all of them should be possible to do within 4 hours. Yesterday was because I made that extra one, and the next time when I get a feeling to make an extra one, I will just sign off on the weirdie that I made and just make a new video, because I think that makes more sense also for the coloring, so that it sort of gets featured in the right place. So I'll just do it like that, and then we won't have that problem with it cutting off, unless they make some new rules and make that the videos can only be 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever. You never know what they're going to come up with. They probably look at what I'm doing and then they'll make up some new rule to harass me, or no, I don't think so. I don't think that it's, you know, I mean, I was thinking a little bit that it might be personal this time, because I really didn't do anything that could have disturbed the algorithms of the bots of Facebook, because since the last time I was in Facebook jail, I've been very, very, very careful, and I haven't overshared. I have, you know, almost not shared. I've just, like, you know, every day I share the daily video to Adult Coloring Worldwide and coloring books for adults and the Color a Weirdie a Day. And I'm an admin on Adult Coloring Worldwide, so I should be able to share to there. And Color a Weirdie a Day is my own group. And it's only 3 places. And then, yeah, I share on other times, but also only to like 2 places at a time. And then I wait and share it to a couple of places afterwards. And I wait and I share it a couple of places afterwards. So I'm sort of like doing it so that it doesn't look like I'm a spam robot. It's just because, you know, they're looking for spammers who use robots to post on everything. And obviously, since I work at the speed of lightning, they think that I'm a spammer, which I'm not. I only post relevant material on relevant groups. And I also try to respect the group rules, which means that I actually don't, you know, post a lot of places, because sometimes the rules are so confusing that I actually prefer to just not post there. Because I don't want to do something wrong, but I also like don't want to spend and schedule like, oh, on this group I can only post a freebie on a Monday, and on this one I can do it on a Friday, but in this one I can do it that day between that hour and that hour. And then there's the whole thing about time zones, because then you're thinking you're doing it on the right day because it's you're that day, but they're in a different time zone, so they get angry and you get all this bullshit, about nothing, just that you posted something. So, you know, then you have rules where you can't share one that's free, and then you got rules. I mean, it's like crazy, because there's like a set of rules for every coloring book group. And I'm telling you, I'm like a member of like hundreds of coloring book groups, and I've just given up. I'm like, you know, there's sometimes some admins ask me, hey, we want to post here, do you want to do this? And I say, yeah, I would love to, but I will forget it. And I don't want to post to too many places. And, you know, you're welcome to grab my stuff. You're welcome. We can make arrangements that, you know, if you want to have a feature or you want to do something, we will do it. But, you know, I should probably start writing it down and start to try to get more. But, you know, then when this kind of happens that I get in Facebook prison, that's also, if I share to all of the groups, then it gets even worse. And I myself, I have my own coloring group. I have the Global Doodles coloring group. I have adult coloring videos group. I have like a few secret groups for artists, for colorists. I have like a lot of different groups, and I can't even share to them, because then I'm also considered a spammer. I mean, I have like, what, 10, 15 groups or something, and I can't even, you know. So that's why I'm saying to everyone now, it's just, you know, on my art page, I will post everything. You'll find it there. And then we'll see. But I do need to share it, because my art page is not going to grow, not going to get more people in if I don't share. You know, so it's sort of like the thing that bites itself in the tail when Facebook does this. They want us to interact, but they want us to interact with paid ads. And they don't work anyways. I mean, I get nothing out of their paid ads. I have tried it. First of all, I don't have a budget for it, so I cannot put as much money that would be needed to get a real coverage. Second of all, I get way more viral coverage than I can ever get on their stupid ads. And my books don't work for the ads, because the text covers the whole image, and you're only supposed to cover a certain part of the image with the text. So they get refused anyways. So there's like a lot of issues with that. Exactly. All you got to do is sneeze and you're in trouble. It is totally ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. But I do suspect that this time it might be somebody who's reported me, might be somebody who's jealous or annoyed or something, because I really didn't do anything that could upset the bots. I mean, I kept everything on the low. No, I didn't go past, so I can't see what I possibly could have done to be jailed by bots this time. I really can't see it. So, but anyways, you know, this is all speculation because you're never getting told anything. And that was the thing I said about writing to them to complain. Yeah, I've done it every time, and I'll probably do it again. I didn't do it yet because it's just like, it was too much for me. But I've never, ever gotten a reply, and I've never, ever gotten an answer. So it feels like I'm writing into a big blob of nothing that nobody will even look at it because they automated the whole thing. So then it's a bit useless to waste one's time on complaining. I remember when I was banned on YouTube, that was really, I lost my channel and everything, and it was disaster. It was really a disaster. And at the same time, I was also got my first jail on Facebook. And that was very, very shortly after I started Global Doodle Gems. So that one was definitely, back then they didn't let bots do it. Back then it was definitely personal, from somebody who just wanted to break up my momentum, for sure. Because I was attacked on all channels that I had, really attacked, really trolled and bullied. It was really bad. And I was really sad because it upset me so much. But everybody, all the artists and everybody, they just wrote both to Facebook and to YouTube. And YouTube took care of it in like a jiffy. They just fixed it and wrote me an apology, and they could see that I didn't do nothing wrong, and there was nothing, I was being reported for something that was not existent. So they actually, you know, took care of it. Within 24 hours, everything was okay. Facebook, nah. I just had to stand out though. But it was only 3 days on Facebook. So, you know, that was different. I mean, it was a shock, but it was different. But that was before they had the bots taking care of everything and this algorithm things. But I think it's an unfair system, because they should at least, you know, like really hear the person or check into, is this real? Because otherwise anybody who wants to molest somebody or ruin their business can just go and report them and get them closed down in 1 second. You know, if you're sitting and you're saying, okay, this is competition for me, you sit down with the 15, 20 of your friends or followers and you say, oh, this one, she's doing this and that. If we all report her, she'll be taken down. And that's what happens. It's dirty. Oh my God, your husband got an answer when he was, wow, that's crazy. I never heard about that before. Some course? That's weird. Wow, Julie. Yeah, it's ridiculous, because they're making this platform for interacting socially with everyone, and especially with people who have the same interests as you, but then you're not allowed to share. And I mean, as an artist, you know, like, yes, some of my posts or comments or stuff is copy pasted, because why would I want to write it 100 times, you know? I mean, the worst was when I was giving away the ornaments books on Adult Coloring Worldwide and coloring books for adults, because I was giving away over 100 books in a few hours. But a lot of the people who would comment to get the freebie, they were of course not my friends, they were just people who are in the group. So I had to send them a private message for the details to send the book out. And Facebook also saw that as spamming, because I was writing to many people that I didn't know. And you know, if they had just looked into it, they could see there is a fucking giveaway. Oh, now there was the F word again. I'll have to get like a bleep motion detector. Maybe you can ask Siri to bleep me every time that I start cursing. It's a good thing we don't have the curse bucket anymore at home. I had to cut that out. We made one because Victoria was like, oh, some of my friends, they have like a curse thing where you put a coin in every time you curse. Yeah, right. I mean, she doesn't curse, and she does remind me every time I do. She looks at me and she says, "Mom, this is not. It's not good. You're not supposed to say that." And this is little Mr. Police. Um, so it ended up being far too much for me because I didn't have enough coins to put in this swear jar. So I had to sort of stop it, you know. So no swear jar for me. It's not a viable thing. I'm really hoping that she will sell those pearl plates that she's making. She's making like little tiny things, like little cute things that she's gonna put key rings in, and they're just adorable, really adorable. So I'm hoping, and she's gonna be selling them for like 10 kronas, which is like $1.20 or something like that. Maybe it's more. I don't know. I don't have the current rate in my head. I think probably, well, I think a dollar is about 6 Danish crowns, maybe. So yeah, $1.40 maybe even. I don't know. It's under $2 at least for each of these. And I mean, it takes her time to do them. It's not like it's not something that she can do fast, and they're really pretty. So you know, I'm hoping that she will sell some on the market. She will be so happy, and she's already like planning where she's gonna take me out for dinner. um, so you know, she's got it all planned out. I suggested you could also start saving for getting your own apartment when you have to move away from home. And she was just looking at me like with the big eyes, like, what? I'm not moving anywhere. And I said, no, it will be a lot of years, so it's probably better that we just save for doing something nice together. Her facial expression when I said, you know, you can start a savings account for getting your own place one day when you get big. She's like, but I will always live with you. But, you know, she will change her mind. She's not become a teenager yet. You know, I heard that the teenager years, I haven't heard. I was a teenager, and I was the worst kind of teenager ever. I mean, I think, you know, my daughter has a nice personality, so I don't think that I'll be in as much trouble as my mom was. Um, I'm hoping that I will be profoundly more lucky than my mom because I was a nasty one. But I also like moved away from home when I was like 15 or something, like 14 or 15. So I was out pretty fast. I wasn't a teenager. I was a young adult. Um, I looked in my 20s when I was 14. So yeah, I was a crazy one. So, but I don't think that my daughter is not showing signs of being crazy like me. So that's a good sign. Maybe I'll be lucky. Um, but I'm also not the mom that my mom was. So, you know, there's a big difference between us and our parenting styles, I think. Um, my mom, I never called her mom. I called her by her name because she didn't want anybody to think that she was so old that she had a kid. So that was like just one thing. She was the kid. I was never the kid. So yeah, but she was. I mean, I miss her. She's dead. She died in 2003 from ovarian cancer. But I do miss her now, and I feel sorry that she never met my daughter because I was sure she would have been like she would have spoiled my daughter rotten, and would have been a great grandmother. But that's the way things go, you know. And the funny thing is, she lived really healthy. She didn't smoke. She didn't drink. She didn't do any of those things. She spent her money on shoes and cars and nice clothes. She was really pretty, very, very pretty. My mother was a beauty queen. She was, yeah, but she got sick very young. and that's sad. But when, you know, she was sick for a lot of years, it took a long time. I think it was 7 years that she was sick with the cancer, and in and out of hospitals and in and out of chemo and all that. It was really hard to see her deteriorate in all those years. And when she went, she was really ready to go. So it was good. I was very, you know, fine with it because that was what she needed to do. So yeah, it was harder on my dad and on my grandmother, of course. They didn't take it so easily. They didn't want to let go, you know. Whereas I was more like, you know, you have to let go because that person wants to leave. And in a way, you know, I think she's seen my daughter. I think she's there. She's experienced it. So I'm not like, well, I'm not like the one who is, you know, I cried when my dog was put down because, yeah, but I didn't really ever really cry over my mom. And that doesn't mean that I'm a cold or heartless person. It just means that I have to respect the state of affairs, you know. Sometimes things are just supposed to be like that. And besides, I think, you know, for her personality, it was probably good for her that she didn't get to be that old, you know. I don't think she would have accepted the physical deterioration and the looks going away. I mean, they were already fading, and she was not really, you know, I think for her probably it was the best time. So yeah, that's what I sort of used to comfort myself with. It was probably good, because I don't think that she would have handled getting old and wrinkly very well, because she was this beautiful beauty queen model and all that. It really meant a lot for her, all the exterior factors. You know, when I asked her, what did you like about my dad? She's always like, oh, he had the most beautiful hands and feet. His hands and feet are so beautiful. I'm like, what did you like about him? And the only thing she could talk about was the way he looked or the way he dressed. Nothing about his character or his personality or anything, you know. There was just like very empty in my book, because, you know, one thing is you can fall for someone because they look drop dead gorgeous or sexy or hunky or whatever type of man you're into. I mean, I like them big. I like big men. So, and I like them a bit dark and big. So, you know, that's my preference, personal preference, and we all have different preferences. But, you know, it's not enough. You have to have something inside, you know. You have to have a soul. You have to have a personality. You have to have intelligence. And that way, you know, if I discover that I've met somebody that I think looks awesome, just my type, and I thought, oh, sexy, yeah, this is the guy I like. But if I find out that he's a fucking moron, totally stupid, insensitive bastard, then, you know, then the looks can go away. I don't care about the looks then. I want somebody who is a nice partner, who I can communicate with. And especially, I think, one of the most important things in a partner is that it's somebody that you can laugh with. Because one of the days, you know, you're going to get older and you're not going to be as sexy, and it's not all going to be about that. So you need someone that you can really laugh with, you know, that you can have the same kind of humor, that you can, you know, be yourself around. Somebody who will sit with you in the toilet when you're sick and puking. Somebody who will hold your hair for you, and somebody who will comb your hair for you when you're going out, you know, like somebody who's there. And that maybe not be that perfect alpha male look that you're dreaming about, but you might meet somebody that looks totally different but has all those qualities, and that will override the look part that you usually fall for immediately. So sometimes when you get to know someone, you will develop something towards them because they're just that more they're worth it. Anyways, that's how I see it. And I think that to my mother, it was all about the look, and that's why I think that she would have had a really, really hard time dealing with getting old, dealing with birthdays and age, and I don't have a problem with my age. I don't have a problem with my wrinkles or anything like that. I don't even have a problem with being fat. I mean, I'm fine. Yeah, of course I have a problem with being fat. Every time that I have to go to the beach or swimming pool or something like that, or I have to put on a nice tight dress, then I might be slightly annoyed. But that's just in that moment. And then you just beat it, you win over it and you move on. And I tend to like men who actually like me the way I am. And if they don't, they can take a hike. It's as simple as that. Life is too short for people who want to change you. It's me who change people, not others who change me. So yeah. Anyways, that was a big ramble. I think it's looking really good. You offended someone. Oh, you cannot just say anything. Yeah, I know. You always have to guard your mouth and try to be. I always try to be polite. I mean, sometimes I have people who say really stupid stuff to me. But since I'm an artist and I'm selling coloring books, I have to think about how I answer. I can't just answer with, be offending someone. I can't do that. I have to sort of guard it a bit, and sometimes put a lid on my immediate reaction. Sometimes, if I get some stupid thing that's like a troll thing, immediately I'll write a long, very sarcastic comeback, and I'll delete it. Then I'll write a new one. I'll delete it. I'll write a new one, and in the end, I'll just write something that is not offending, and that is just more like accepting the state of affairs, that everybody has a difference of opinion, and everybody has a right to have their own opinion, and da 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 da. Even though I'm fuming inside, and I really want to write something very nasty back. But then, I get the satisfaction of thinking it. Or I will tell someone, a friend, or someone else, I'll tell them, oh my God, this person said this and that, and they're just like, blah, 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 blah. But, then I'll get it out that way instead of writing a nasty comeback and getting into an argument about something that really doesn't matter in the long end. Because, out of maybe like say, out of 500 comments, you might get one mean, stupid comment. So why let it bother you? It's the same with the bad reviews on Amazon. I've gotten a few of those, and on the Global Diligent books, there's a lot of them. But that is not necessarily an expression of how people found the book. Because there are people in this business who make it their business to go around and downrate each other. Sad, but true. I mean, I'm the kind of person, if I don't have anything positive to say about something that somebody else did, I will try to find something positive, or I will say nothing at all. If I have to say something, then I will try to find something positive to say, because in a lot of cases, it's just a matter of having different tastes, And you can really hurt someone with words where you sometimes maybe haven't considered the full aspect of where that person is, or on how much it means to them. So I think, if we just all try to be respectful and polite, even to those who are disrespectful and impolite, then, you know, we can see ourselves as a bigger person than the argument, and it can stop right there. That's my opinion, and of course, that's what I'm saying now. But that doesn't always work for me, you know. Sometimes you really do get annoyed, and then you can't hold it back. And I'm one of the worst to go off, but I've had to like really, you know, try to get that in check. And if I get that feeling where I'm just like angry and I get offended, then I try to hold back and see, okay, I will try to answer the comment later, or I will ignore it, because you get further with that. There's no reason to get into an argument, and not over somebody criticizing your work. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's not the end of the world, because there will always be people who don't like what you do. There'll always be people who will criticize, and it's okay, you know. They can have their thing. I mean, I wish that they would just go somewhere else and focus on something that they do like, instead of spending their energy and time on something that they don't like. But, you know, that's taking the higher ground and being bigger than that, you know. And we can all do that if we just sit back and breathe and say some really nasty shit out loud, so that we get the satisfaction of at least having heard it ourselves. You know, they can't hear it if you just say it to yourself at home, like, fuck you, don't say that, don't write that on my page, and why don't you just fuck off and leave me alone and go do your own thing, or whatever. You know, you can say that to yourself, and then you feel a little bit better, because at least you said it out loud. And then wait half an hour and then come up with something nice to write back, or, you know, or something like you don't understand the remark or something. Like the best comeback is like, I don't really understand what you're talking about. let them fry in it. So yeah, I don't. In the beginning, I got really hurt when I got bad reviews on Amazon. Now it's been like, I think it's been a year since I looked at the review section at all. I don't look, because I know that most of the bad reviews aren't even serious reviews. But the problem is, you know, those reviews mean so much to the artist and to the book. And the problem is that the people who have something nasty to say are way more likely to say it than the people who have something positive. Because the majority of the people will have liked the book. And if you're happy with what you got, most people don't think how much a little, you know, a little review, a little remark in there would mean to the book, to the sales, and to the artist. They just don't know how much it actually means. Also for the rating and the placement of the book is really essential and crucial, especially on Amazon with so many books being out there. And people do read the reviews before they buy, so it does mean something. But the tendency is that the people who have something nasty to say are way quicker to post it than the people who are actually satisfied and happy with the product that they got. So that's sort of a thing that bites itself in the tail. And then another thing is, this is a very stupid thing that Amazon did. Amazon has some algorithms, like the same kind of algorithms as Facebook, where they actually check out who you were friends with on social media that made reviews. So they check out like your social connection. So, which is stupid, because like, for instance, I have a fan page, I have a coloring group, I have a group for global doodle gems and this and that. And that's where I market the books. That's where I market my work. That's where I show off my work. So of course, there's going to be people who are also friends with me on Facebook who are going to comment or make reviews on my books because they bought them, because that's where my customers are on my social media. And then they will sort of, you know, downgrade the reviews sometimes if there's too many that you are connected to socially, which is stupid. Very, very stupid. I have this feeling that I don't like that there's not enough contrast here, so I'm going to take that more off, and I'm just going to put it over here. I know it doesn't go in the sequence, but I need a little bit more contrast right there. So I think that helps. Sorry about that. I needed to do that because it was getting to me. So yeah, you know, I think sometimes they don't think through what they do. So if any of you have my physical books, please do take time to make a review if you like it. And if you don't like it, then don't make a review. You know, no, you make a review if you want to make a review. But think about what it means to both the artist and the book if it gets reviews, because it shows off. It will go higher in the search engines of Amazon when it has reviews. So more people will see the book, which means more people might buy the book, which means that it can help the artist. And it's the same thing, like, for instance, if you can be very supportive of an artist without being able to afford to buy the books, especially with me, if you've been in the Epic Christmas giveaway, because I gave away 24 full books. So a lot of people have, like, a lot of books from me. So how is that being supported, that you are getting the book free from me? Well, the support is, if you color something, post it to a few groups and let them know that it's from my book. Then other people see the colored pieces and they find it interesting and they might want the book. So that is a great support. And that is a support that, you know, you can support your local artist without spending money. Well, of course, yeah, you would have had to print it and color it. So in a way you did spend something, but hopefully you enjoyed the experience. But you can be supportive without actually having, you know, to, you know, if you don't have the financial means, you can still be a great support to an artist that you like. And that's also why, for instance, I make these ones, that you are able to get them for free, because just the fact that we're coloring it and having fun with it will be a support to me and to my work. And it's fun. It's fun too. That's sort of also, like, you know, like, I think, you know, that's probably 90% of my reasoning for doing it is that it's fun. And then I'm, of course, also hoping that more people will discover my art, and more of my art will be floating around in colored examples, so that more people see it and get an interest. So of course there's always that that has to go into any aspect of what I do, because I do try to make a living also, which is very hard to do from art. But I think with the exactly, live and let live, exactly. Awesome. Awesome, Heather. Yeah, the reviews are really important. They are important. Thank you, Julie. And I will be reminding a few times. Whenever I think about it, I will remind. No, jealousy is unbecoming. What I like to be happy for others if they're doing well, and, you know, and if they're doing something beautiful. I think, you know, it's much nicer if you can be happy for somebody else's success. You know, if you can enjoy and you know, be happy that somebody's doing good. That is much more enjoyable. I'm never really envious. Yeah, you can say, oh, I wish it was going that well for me or something, but it's not being envious, because you can still be happy for that person, that it's going well for them. And that will also give you a nicer, what's called a nicer vibe in your daily life, if you spend your time on positive things and even positive thoughts for other people. You know, that will give you way more pleasure than being jealous and mean-spirited and small-minded. I don't like jealous, mean-spirited and small-minded people. I like people who can spread their wings and fly and embrace others, and you know, it's important. I think it's developing really nicely, this one. I didn't know how it was going to go. Let's look. Oh, it's really nice on this end. Then it sort of looks like this is the eyes, and it's nice on this end also. I mean, I was coloring from the other side, but I think it looks pretty cool. Really, it looks cool. It's a cool beans one. It's a cool Weirdie. And this one I can, we put a lot of different markers on this one. So it's switching up the game a bit. And it's our 6th day. Imagine me, and maybe I will lose my voice. I never talk so much. I'm not a big communicator normally. Mainly because I don't really have anybody but Victoria to speak to, so it's limited. Yeah, I'm talking more than I ever talk before with these videos. I think it's because I feel like I have to fill the space with talking, and yeah, I've gotten used to it now. Well, Bev, you weren't in the epic giveaway, were you? I guess you were not in the epic giveaway. And this is a daily giveaway. So here you get a free one every day, and if you follow the whole year through, you will have gotten 366 ones. So that's a huge giveaway, and there's a guaranteed win, because I don't, when I do these win things, most people win. Because it's just the way that I do it. It's my style. Everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth. So yeah, with me, with the epic, everybody was a winner. I mean, I gave away 1,101 books in 24 days. But PDFs, I mean, I would never be able to give out that many books in physical. But PDFs, and then in the extra draw, I think it was 200 and something, 215, or I'm not quite sure, but it was quite a lot in the end, because everybody got what they put in the lottery. Nobody did not win. Everybody won everything that they entered. So yeah, there was a lot of winners, a huge amount of winners. And it felt really awesome. I mean, the whole of December was like one big party. I mean, I have never in my life had a December that passed by so fast and so happy as this December. I mean, this was my best December ever. Well, since I was a kid. When I was a kid, of course, every December was magical. But this is the first one that I felt as a grown-up that it was really magical. But I can guarantee you, next December is going to be way more magical, because Victoria suggested that we do like the 24 gifts for each other, because normally I make 24 little gifts for her, one for each day that she opens. And she's like, but I want to make 24 for you too. So next year is going to be even more magical. And I don't know if I can top something off of the epic Christmas giveaway, but I'll make it go for it. And we will do something fun for Christmas, that's for sure. I think maybe it will be a preparation of the next year's Weirdies or something. I don't know yet. I have a whole year to think about it. Well, I don't have a whole year, but I have at least 10 months to think about what I'm going to do next Christmas that is going to top up and be, it's just going to be my epic Christmas giveaway again. But it's not going to be the same. I have to switch it up and do something else. But also, I'm thinking that I want to do something for my birthday, which is on the 17th of July in the summer vacation when nobody's on and everybody's busy and nobody feels like coloring because they're outside and everything. We'll have to do something there, something funky on my birthday. Let's see what I have to do on my birthday. I don't have any plans. Usually I'll just like hang out with a couple of girls and get drunk at home because I'll cook something nice. I like cooking. And then we'll just have lots of nice wine. And I don't really, you know, if you're like, I don't know, I usually invite my ex's sister because we're friends. She was like, when we split up, she was like, yeah, but I choose you as a friend, you know, it's not like because you were his wife or whatever that I'm friend with you. I'm friend with you because I really like you. So she's my friend. And then I have my BF that I had since I was like 19 or 18. And I have her, but it sort of also depends how it fits in with if she has her kids or not. So, you know, I'll fit in the day. And then I got 2 good friends that were close friends of my ex. And they were here. They were the ones who were here on Christmas Eve. And of course, those 2 guys will also be included. So yeah, I think maybe it will just be that. And then I'll make some crazy 7-course dinner. And I'll ask them all to bring wine. And maybe I'll ask them for money for food. If I don't have money, it depends on how my financial situation is at the moment, at the given moment. And then I'll just cook up something really lovely and we can have a nice wine, nice conversation, nice company, and then we'll just see how late it gets. And that's it. That's gonna be it. And then I'll do something here too. Yeah, I think everybody felt like a kid again because every day was present time. It was like there was something to look forward to. And for me, it was something to look forward to because even though that I had the shittiest December ever because I didn't have any money and I was fighting and struggling to get money together, I felt like I was giving away so much. So it was such a nice experience. My birthday is on the 17th of July. That's great, Ross. Yeah, I think the F-bomb, it just worked its way into my vocabulary. And it's sort of a natural. And I can even say it without feeling that I'm cursing. But, yeah. I remember I had my ex-boyfriend and we had this saying that we always thought was hilarious. I don't think anybody else thought it was hilarious, but we did. And that was just, when in doubt, fuck. And that was all. And we would always use it in weird situations and nobody would get the pun. And we would be laughing and laughing about it. When in doubt, fuck. That was just it. But he was British. So we had a very similar sense of humor, which made days a lot of fun. We were always laughing and a lot of people would not like really get it because we had sort of our own little laughing system worked out. Oh, it's gonna be pretty and it's almost done. Yeah, we're almost there. There's only that little tiny spot. And one little one after that one. Yeah, then we're there. And we're done with it. The Weirdie of January 6th. Yes. We'll see how fast my marker collection will go down, because I think my marker collection is going down, baby. But we'll see. Besides, I have the refills for the chameleons, so I do have a lot of marker joy in there. So we'll probably, and I will, the tiger ones, they're cheap, so I can also do refills of those. I think the Letraset Pros and my style files, they will be dying eventually during this this marathon of 366. But you know, when we get some guest hosts in, then I'll be saving a bit on that. And yeah, I'm totally enjoying doing this, and I'm having an awful lot of fun with it. So this is it. Here we go. The Weirdie of January 6th from the Weirdie book, volume 1. So that is it for today. So I'm gonna sign off and say thank you all for joining me. Oh, you have a 10th of July, Bev. Many years and 7 days older. How can you be 7 days older? Oh, yeah. I know. Yes, I know, Julie. That's why the saying is so funny to say in different situations. That's why we always laugh about it. Gel pens are great for small areas. They're really good for that. Okay, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Now I will get on and I'll put up the 8th of January. And of course, yeah, I can only put it up on my art page. So if you guys can share 1 or 2 places, it's great, so that other people can also get the pleasure of getting it. And I will be changing the banner, but only on my art page. And then I will be sleeping. Yes, I will be sleeping. And I'll see you tomorrow for this awesome Weirdie. Let's just have a look at what we're doing tomorrow. Just a quick little flash of him, because I think he's really awesome. There's something flowy about him, and maybe we should think of a name for him, because he needs some kind of name. But if you see him here, he's also like kind of interesting. Or if you see him here, but you know, I drew him like that. But he can be seen any way that you feel. And that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So I'm going to put him back up. And then I'm going to sign off, download videos and everything. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys too. Thank you, Ross. Thank you for a great night. And now I will finish. And see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.